Good morning, children. Thought for the day. Nothing is particularly hard if you break it down into small jobs. That means at times we wish to do a lot many big things, achieve big things in life. But achieving big things in life starts by working on it in small steps. So let's start working in small steps to achieve the big. In this chapter, Elements, Compounds and Mixture, up till now we have studied that the different objects are made up of matter, the particulate nature of matter and the properties of matter. Try this. Fill a glass of water up to the brim, drop a small stone in it, what happens? The water spills out. That means the stone, okay, it has mass, and when the glass is completely filled with water, the stone, which has got mass, it has got volume, it occupies some space, and that is why that space is to be created, and so the space required by the stone is replaced by falling of water from the glass. So this means objects have mass, and the matter from which this object is made also has a mass. Objects occupy space. Take a balance, place a small stone in one pan and a big stone in the other. Which pan goes down? Why? The pan which has got big stone goes down. Why? Because the object has got mass. More the mass, more will be the weight, and so that pan will go down. Which properties of matter can you tell from the above activities? Objects have mass, objects occupy space, objects occupy properties, acquire properties from the matter from which they are made up of. Which of the following are mixtures? Water, sharbat, iron, steel, coal, air, salt, copper, brass, soil. Think about it. Sharbat is a mixture wherein we add salt, sugar, and any other liquid. For example, if it is lemon sharbat, we add lemon juice. Iron is a metal. Steel is a mixture of different metals. Air is a mixture of different gases. And soil is also a mixture. Elements. Take water in a teapot and cover it. Heat the water to a boil. What do you see on the inside of the lid? You see that there are water droplets on the inside of the lid. What are those? Once you heat the water and bring it to a boil, the water starts getting converted into water vapor. But when you switch it off and you cover it with a lid, the water vapor, they start condensing, and hence they form water droplets just below the lid. Fill water in a spray pump, spray the water and observe the spray. What you observe is that the water gets sprayed all over. Do you know, to date, scientists have discovered 118 elements. Of these, 92 elements occur in nature, while the remaining are man-made. Hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon, iron, mercury, copper are a few of the important natural elements. More new elements are being discovered through research work. Great scientist. Democritus named the small particles of elements as atom because in the Greek language, atomos means indivisible. That means that which cannot be further divided. In 1803, John Dalton proposed his theory stating that atoms cannot be created or divided into smaller particles or destroyed. He used certain symbols to represent elements. As you can see here, copper, sulfur and hydrogen, he has given certain symbols. Oxygen occurs in nature in the gaseous state. Two atoms of oxygen are joined to form a molecule of oxygen, which has an independent existence. Oxygen is air, in air is always in molecular state. So just like atoms, molecules also cannot be seen with naked eyes. Use your brain power. Which elements are present in air? Air is a mixture of different gases, as you know. So the elements that are found in air are the inert gases, oxygen, hydrogen, helium, nitrogen, and so on. You have studied in the earlier in 6th standard also. Is carbon dioxide an element? Carbon dioxide is a compound made up of carbon and oxygen. What are the properties of elements due to? And are the atoms of different elements similar or dissimilar? The atoms of different elements are different, or at times they can be similar. For example, oxygen when combined with water makes H2O. When it combines with hydrogen, when oxygen combines with carbon, it makes carbon dioxide. Next, can you tell what do the short forms DR, that is doctor, HM headmistress, AC air conditioner, ADV is advocate, CM is chief minister, DC direct current. Okay. Now here is a table. In day-to-day life, we use short forms in many places. A similar method is used to indicate elements. The scientist Berzelius was the first to use the present method of using symbols for the elements. The symbol of an element is written in the English script and is the short form of its name. Some elements and their symbols are listed in the table alongside. When the initial letter in the names of two or more elements is the same, a pair of letters is used to write the symbol. For example, we write C for carbon and Cl for chlorine. So, children, you have to learn all these symbols. From the internet or reference book, obtain information about elements and prepare a table according to the format given below. So, name of the element, for example, if the element is hydrogen, its symbol will be H. Discovery of the element, its state and information and uses. This you can find out from reference books or internet and fill the table. Do this for at least 3 elements. Can you tell which metals do we use in day-to-day life? In day-to-day life, we use copper, iron, silver. Are metals elements? Think about it. We'll discuss it in the next class. Do you know the wire that we see in the electric bulb in our house is made of the element tungsten? And tungsten has symbol W, derived from the German name Wolfram. Similarly, the symbols of silver is Ag and gold is Au, and their Latin names are argentinum and aurum, respectively. So the elements, they occur in solid, liquid or gaseous state. Find out which of the elements are metals, which are non-metals and which are metalloids. So this is for you to find out. Thank you.